Hey everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to be drawing Broly from the new Dragon Ball Super movie. So it's an extreme close-up on him, and it's a landscape page, so it's a wide page because he's got real big shoulders. So we're going to go right into the middle, find the middle, and we're going to start with that Dragon Ball frown they have in the middle. It's like a letter W. So we just draw a bump here and a bump here just beside. See, it's like a letter W. And then the eyebrows come out from that, so we'll just do a line that curves up this way, and then this travels up along the top just to about there, and then we will do a line coming down the other side as well, down towards the eyebrow. So we'll start about there, and this will get thinner as we go down. Just in there. And then there's an end just here, and of course this makes a piece of hair for Broly in the picture that I'm drawing from. So here's those Dragon Ball eyes underneath, so it's just a straight line, and then a line that way, and then it meets this hair here as well. And they have those ticks that are underneath the eyes, so curving just like that. It's like a tick, and it has maybe one or two lines that are underneath it. Of course, Broly doesn't have, when he's in his rage mode, he doesn't have any pupils or irises or anything, so you can't see them. So we go over and we'll do the other eyebrow. So curves up that way again, and then we go off up to there, and then we have the box sort of end, and then this comes back down towards the nose, curves up just there. So this one is longer than this one because this one is under hair, and you could maybe make the end of that a bit darker. So then he has his eye just underneath that, so down like that, and it comes in towards the nose, and then just curves up just there underneath the eyebrow. And then he has that tick underneath like that. He could maybe add another line kind of like that, and then he has frown lines just above his eyebrows, so he's shouting in this one. His mouth is open, he's real angry, he's got his rage on, so huge muscles and everything. So down the middle we're going to do that small Dragon Ball nose, so it's just like a V just there, and you could do a line coming up there on one side and a line down the middle, and maybe some shadow just in there. Then his mouth just comes, his nose is sort of over the top lip, so we come out from both sides like this, kind of give him a mustache kind of thing, and then we curve down the sides on both sides, see, like that, and then these will come in towards the chin, so we'll go down here, then we'll close them together with a curved line, so across just to there. Then of course we have top teeth just here. You could do like a canine tooth there, and then this will come across to the other side, and then the bottom teeth line down, same on the other side, and then just join them together. We can just see his tongue just there. You just do a bump, two bumps, and with a small line just down the middle like that. He's a line under that just to show his chin, so it's like the gap between the bump between the chin and the bottom lip, and then his chin is just under there. So then we can frame in his face now, so we can do his jaw coming up from his chin here that way, and then his jaw comes up the side of his face like that, so it comes to a real point. The Dragon Ball character's real sort of pointy features, Broly does anyway. And then this will come up this direction, like that. And then he has those pieces of hair that hang down. So he has this one that's here that we said comes down past the eye, just there. And then it comes up, pointy there. And this will come back in towards his fringe. So we'll come up this way. The bottom of it will come in that way. And then we'll follow this same direction. And then this curves around. And then this will come back in towards his forehead. And then we'll just close this off here and add some lines for hair. Maybe one there as well. Going down that way. Now we'll add the other one that comes out from the other side. Curve up. Comes down like that. Real long. And then this one will come up, back that way. And touch this one here. And then you can add a line just for the hair in there. And some lines in here just to show a darker sort of section of his fringe. So he has that scar on the side of his face as well, so just like a scar there. And then some lines just at the edge of his mouth, just for sort of show some aggression. So we have another spike, comes down here, comes back up, a smaller spike under that, and then his ears in here. And remember, if I go too fast, you can pause the video or slow it down. Leave a line inside for the bones and ligaments in his ear. And then this curves around, just like that. We can see some of his ear on this side, so we just do a line down, they're level, see they line up, and then bone and ligament line just inside the ear in there. So then we have 2 more spikes for his hair. So this comes up, back in there. You can add some hairlines just in there. Then we go over to the other side and we'll add another spike, just goes this way. Comes down to a point, back in there. And then this will have some hairlines too. So his hair then has all spikes coming up. So he's in Super Saiyan mode, Broly, the green sort of way. And he has spikes that come all the way around. Okay? So we'll add the smaller spikes first on this side. So it comes in here. So spikes up, spikes back, meets the next spike. See that? And this comes back, stops about there for where the next spike is. Comes up. They get a bit bigger as they go towards the middle. And this one comes back like that, meets the next spike. So you can see the pattern here that's emerging. Another one up. Next spike comes back, meets the next spike. So of course this is an extreme close-up, so to fit in his face and his shoulders I had to go real close, so his hair is cut off just up here. So if you have room, of course you can keep going if you're doing a longer page, but I don't. Sorry. And then this spike comes back down, meets the middle spike, comes up. So it comes off the page, but imagine it comes back down here. And then this meets the next spike that comes up and off this way. And then comes back down in here. Then we have a spike coming up this way. Comes back down. It's all going around. It's like a crown, sort of. One spike here. Smaller. Comes back in under here to join the head. One there. And then a tiny little one just there. And then we can see just some that are at the back of his head. So we just have to add some lines in for that. So one here. Some hairlines just here to show there's actually hair in those gaps. So one there. And check it one here. Going that way. hairlines there. And you can add hairlines to all these, of course, just to show that it's hair. So following the direction of the hair at all times. Boom. One there, one there, one there, and a few there. Yeah, not bad. Okay, so now we have fists here, massive shoulders, right? So he's hunched over, he's yelling. So big round shoulders, right? So, and his chest is here. So we'll start down with his chest muscles. I think it's the easiest place to start because they're right underneath his chin. So coming from there, we'll go a line that way. And then we have a line that comes up to about there. And his neck is in here. A muscle for his neck. You could do the same on the other side, okay? So neck, chest. The next chest muscle that goes in towards his shoulder curves up here. So you can see what I mean. So his chest comes down here, right? So we can do the middle line just here for the bottom of the chest, right? And then some of those lines that come across to show his chest muscles just there. Then this will come the whole way down from here, right? And go around and meet his shoulder, and his fists will be here. So this first curves around, right? From this middle, right down the middle. Curving. So you should be able to make out what I mean by now. So this one curves up like that. And same on this side, up to there. And then we have the shoulders in on both sides here, okay? So they're the same on both sides. The only difference really is that there's a scar right here, okay? So let's give it a go. So we'll do the outside of the shoulder. So we have a muscle just there. Next, another one just here. See these curving lines? And then we'll have a line just in between here, just to show a bump, right? Then we'll do another line just for his shoulder, just there. And this top one then will come in and meet the hair, so it curves around just to there. So imagine like his collarbone comes from like here, comes all the way in. And we have a little muscle just behind for his back, where his back starts, just there. So then, once you have that sort of cloudy shape, right? We'll do the same on the other side, but we'll finish this one first. Once you have that kind of cloudy shape, you can, what I mean by cloudy, it's kind of like bumpy going around the side. You can add some of the muscles that will be in here around his neck. So one comes in between the hair there, and then curves around and starts to travel in this way, and it'll meet another line that sort of comes down here, see? And this will come down and touch just this line here. So we're kind of adding muscles all the way around. So you're kind of trying to define, see, there's maybe another one there for his shoulder. He's another little line just here for more neck muscle. So like, it's kind of shaded a bit. And then we're going to go over and do pretty much this, but on this side. So we will do a line like here, coming up this way. And then there's another bumpy line just there. And then this will bump up and around. Just kind of like here. So we could have a line that comes in here, similar to this. Doesn't have to be exactly the same. Like it's like his AC joint on his shoulder. If you feel that ball in your own shoulder, where your collarbone ends and your arm begins, that's what that is. Anatomy lesson. So another bump just there. And then we can add some of those detail lines like we did here for the muscles. So we'll work our way up. So one here, a line going that way. This is the difficult thing about the Dragon Ball characters. All the muscles and things like that, trying to get them sort of accurate. At the minute he kind of looks like we're looking down at him and he's got his head pointed up, yelling up into the sky kind of. So it's foreshortened is the fancy art word for it. We have a line here. Sorry, you're probably like, shut up and just draw. So there. Muscles. Another one there. Now, so we have his fists, right? Both sides, okay, of this. So we'll draw the actual fist part first, and then we'll join them to the body with arms. And then we'll add his scar and some of the details down the bottom. So, his fists are just a block like that. So, what we'll do one edge of the block just there, the other edge of the block just there, and then we'll join these together, right? So the bottom is the knuckles, these ones, so the pointy, up, down, up, down, and up, okay? And then the top is the folded tops, so they're not as pointy, so we bump across, and then we have a line that goes down, and then we bump across, and we have a line that goes down, and then bump across, but we meet the thumb then, so the thumb comes across this one. So we're going to curve and then go across, and then we'll add the line here for the last finger, just to there. The thumb of course then comes across that top, curving, kind of looks like a peanut, or yeah, maybe peanut is the best way to describe it. And then of course he has a thumbnail that we can see in there, some lines for folds of skin, right, just like that, okay? And maybe you could add some knuckle lines just down here if you wanted. And then this will come back in towards his shoulder, so we have just two bumps here to show the palm of his hand, this, and then he has his arm that comes back up. It has a wristband on it, so it curves around, curvy line, back in this way, and then let's see, back in here, curving that way. We have the end of his wristband again, comes, touches his body, and then comes down this side, and then just his forearm that comes under his shoulder just there. Another line just for muscles. You could add more of these. You could add as many of these as you wanted to make him look sort of more sinewy, like real. As many as you wanted, like, because they're just fibers. He's pure muscle, so. Right, we'll do the same thing over here. So it's a block again, edge here, edge coming down this way, and then the bottom is pointy, little finger, ring finger, middle finger, index, top of the little finger, line down, top of the ring finger, line down, top of the middle, And I know I'm probably going real fast, but I just don't want the video to be too long. You can pause as I go as well. This comes down there, ring finger, down to there. And then he has sort of lines for knuckles, and his thumb, like we did before, comes up, comes out, and that goes off my page there. But it's the same as this side if you were able to bring it down maybe a bit, if you had room. And then thumbnail just there, and there's some kind of lines for skin on the tops of his knuckles. Boom, boom, we're nearly there, we're nearly there. This is probably going to be a long video, apologies. Then we have the palms of his hands, 2 bumps, and his wristband just comes across there, and then a line down here, a little line maybe for just the inside of that, just there. And then this comes up, just like there. Other side comes up, touches his body, curves around, so that disappears back there. Top of it, a line for the forearm, boom, boom. Okay, right, so let's see, oh, his scar. So the scar on his chest. So it's just here on the side of his chest. So we'll do first here, and then it comes back in towards his chin. So it comes up, spikes back, can follow this line here, comes up, and then this comes down, goes across here. This goes across, goes down, and then it goes this way, following the sort of shape of his muscle. Comes down, comes up to a point, comes back down. Right, so we can see some of his abs just around here. So it's the same shape as his chest muscles, except kind of skinnier. So it comes down. So you have like a line down the middle of his body, and then a W sort of shape again. So we go there, comes down, comes around, back up the side, back up, let me see, just back up the side, touches his scar. We can see 2 more bumps just for abs down here. And the fur thing that he wears around his waist. So that's just tattered looking all the way down and around. A few lines for his waistband, and the bit where it's tied, just diagonal lines here, and there, waistband, and then jaggedy lines just coming down here for the rest of that fur to there, and there's some on his leg just there, and maybe some back here as well. You can add as much as you want. You can add lines, and boom, Broly from Dragon Ball Super. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video.